found out that protein, animal protein was no good, and it actually made the cancer cells grow.
Yeah, because of the
And then
hormones.
he tested with the plant-based protein, and he found that the cancer cells shrunk. So I try to eat more plant-based as opposed to eating meat. And I'm
Yes.
doing well. I think, I'm doing very well. I exercise, I run, and I
Thank you
try to get
so
enough sleep
much.
when I
I
can,
follow the
but
same.
I'm doing very well.
Wonderful. I follow the same regimens. A good, healthy diet. Do your
Mhm.
research, and milk is definitely an enemy.
Mhm.
Sugar.
Mhm. I've been actually drinking almond milk.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you
Mhm.
so much. There's
Mhm.
other callers. Trudy, I love you. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're very
Love you
welcome.
too, and
Th-
congratulations.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you for calling
I
Body Shop
wish you
TV.
all the best, Miss Hart.
Thank
We
you.
could be here all night with phone
Okay.
calls.
Bye
Okay,
bye.
Good
bye
night,
bye.
ladies.
There's another call. Yeah, so that's really interesting because the China study talked about the casein enzyme in milk. Milk actually was genetically modified. I don't want to get away from what we're talking about with
Yeah,
you.
but this is good.
But I talked about, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about milk, and I talk about milk quite frequently. 30 years ago, they changed the cow. So the milk that's sold in the U.S. and in Europe it's literally like a drug.
Wow.
It causes inflammation of your gut, causes inflammation in the brain, and then there's this casein enzyme that's in it. It's a protein enzyme, and it turns on cancer cells.
Wow.
When they played with rats, when they
Yeah.
gave them 20% solution, it made the tumors grow. When they reduce it below 5%, they shrunk. And that's why I always talk about, like, I try to get a hold of people before they actually experience chemotherapy and radiation, because with proper nutrition, it will stop cancer right in its tracks. But we can talk about that another time.
That's
So we have
The thing
another
is, you're
phone
healing,
call.
so. Yeah.
This is the telephone Teresa Hart Show. Welcome to Body Shop TV.
The enemy and the enemy, Teresa Hart.
That's my baby brother.
What's going on?
Hi.
How we doing?
Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. You're making this a worldwide event, huh?
Huh? That's what it looks like.
That's what it's supposed to be.
It is
That's
what
how
it
we
is.
roll.
All right.
It's definitely a positive movement, though. Like I said, I'm definitely proud of you. I'm at work. Can't stay too long,
Okay.
but guarantee that your book or books are definitely going to be a blessing to those who read it and learn from it. To know that you can be an inspiration to somebody, even though you went through what you went through, was a blessing all by itself.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Love you too,
Thank you for calling Body Shop TV.
and good luck with everything. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Good night, sir. All right, so you're at the point where you had your diagnosis. They found the cancer behind.
Behind the cyst. And once that happened, I ended up calling my girlfriend who had went through it previously, and she told me get all my paperwork together and start looking for a breast cancer surgeon. And I found a breast cancer surgeon. I love her to life, Dr. Marie Chen. She's all in the book. She is well known, throughout the hospital system and throughout the world because of the awesome job that she did. She was able to explain to my husband and I A, B, and C, where we walked away understanding that the only thing I needed was to have a lumpectomy. And it was just like how you take a scoop of ice, a scoop, and just scoop of ice cream out. And that's what she did. She took out the cancer and the cells around it and closed me back up. And I didn't know at the time that I had to have chemo. I knew that I knew I had to have radiation. But when I went and met with the doctor for chemo, and he told me that I needed to have chemo because all of my tests came back negative instead of, they were all positive. No, I'm sorry. They all came back positive, which was very difficult to detect. This is what I was
What do you mean
told.
came back positive?
He said all of the tests, no, I'm sorry, I'm getting myself twisted. They all came back negative. And it's hard to detect whether I need chemo or not, because being negative, you're not sure. And because it was hiding, it could be hiding somewhere else in my body. And it just totally blew me away. Me having chemo, as I was told by the doctor, was for preventive measures.
Wow.
And at that moment, I want to say my faith in God just wanted to kick in and trust Him without even thinking about taking the chemo. But then there's a thin line between life and death. And I ended up going through the chemo because I want to live.
So let me get this straight. They removed the lump first, then
Yeah.
they found the cancer behind it. They removed then you were negative for any other cancer cells because it's based on a threshold
Yes.
in your body, correct?
Yes, exactly.
And then so the protocol, because that's how they have it set up,
Yeah.
is that you need to do radiation